I'm great. Look at the NBA trying to swoop in and steal some headlines during NFL season.
Sorts of tasty stuff in the NBA.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. And there was let me start with this, though. There was a football game going on last night. Listen, good news, bad news. What do you want to hear first? I'm always a bad news. Just lay it out, okay? I can handle it. I'm a big boy. I'm a grown-up. Don't give me fluff. I'm not looking for whipped cream. Give me the cake. Give me the pie. Let's go. I can take bad news. Pittsburgh Steelers fans, you need to grow up. This is not a Super Bowl team. There it is. Go cry in your terrible towels. This is not a Super Bowl team. You're not. You're 11-0, and it feels hollow. Own it. Mike Tomlin, a man's man, who if you asked him good news or bad news, would say, give me the bad news first. Here's Mike Tomlin, who knows more about the Steelers than all of us, his thoughts on his team.
Mike, you had some red zone failures and a number of drop passes. What do you attribute that to? Anything in particular?
Us sucking.
Yeah, that's it. Pittsburgh's not a Super Bowl team. Tennessee's better today? Yeah, they are. I know you beat them, but now Bud Dupree out for the year with an injury. So Devin Bush and Bud Dupree and your front seven both out. You're not stopping King Henry. You're not beating Kansas City. You can't lose two of your best players defensively. I mean, this is a team. I always had this theory. Say it out loud. Before you do something in life, say it out loud. Let's play say it out loud with the Steelers. You can't run the ball. How do you take the ball away from Patrick Mahomes? Run the ball. You can't. You had to throw 51 times last night to beat COVID-19 ravaged Baltimore. You can't run the ball. Oh, by the way, your two best linebackers, arguably two of your top three are out, so you're not going to stop the run as much. Baltimore, again, ran it 2 times this year against you. You've had the second easiest schedule in the NFL. You've faced 4 backup quarterbacks. Let's be honest about the Steelers. You're getting worse, and teams like Seattle are getting better. You're not a Super Bowl team this morning. I mean, good God. You had the ball for 33 minutes. You had to throw 51 times to escape a Baltimore team using a backup quarterback. And I went in this morning and I went and looked at the Steelers, who they've beaten. In week 1, they beat Daniel Jones. Well, yeah, he had a new coach who'd never been a head coach, and the Giants started 0-5. Then you beat Drew Lock. Oh, my bad. He got hurt in the game, Jeff Driscoll. And then you had this streak where everybody bought into you. You narrowly edged Deshaun Watson, Carson Wentz. You beat Baker Mayfield, Ryan Tannehill, Lamar Jackson. But outside of Tannehill, which one of those guys is playing well now? After that, you beat Garrett Gilbert, Joe Burrow, Jake Luton, and RG3. Just own it. Say it out loud. Most important part of your defense, 2 huge injuries. You won't stop the run as well. You don't run the ball, meaning you can't keep it away from Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. I mean, this is the reality of the NFL. Like, I never feel quite this way in baseball and basketball, or maybe even hockey. But in football, we have this component called injuries. And Seattle this morning and the New York Giants are much better than they were in week 2, 3, and 4. And the Chicago Bears, the 49ers, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are not nearly as good as they were in weeks 3, 4, and 5. And that's the reality this morning. And what are they doing well? Kansas City's doing virtually everything well. Seattle now looks like they're starting to put things together. Green Bay. What is Pittsburgh doing well? Ask Mike Tomlin. Here's what he saw last night.
I'm really disappointed in our performance tonight. We did enough to win, but that's all. It was really junior varsity, to be quite honest with you. And it was in all 3 phases. We couldn't run the ball effectively when we needed to. We dropped too many significant passes, very catchable, makeable passes. We didn't make significant plays in the special teams game. Our kickoff coverage unit wasn't good enough. We turned the damn ball over. We gave up big plays in critical moments on defense. Can't have it. They converted a long run on a possession down before the half. Unacceptable. They had a 70-yard touchdown late in the game. Unacceptable.
6 of the 11 Pittsburgh wins are 1 possession. That is with the second easiest schedule in the league and facing 4 backups. This is, I don't care what their record is. I've never been beholden to records. They're getting dropped to about 7th in the herd hierarchy. This is not a Super Bowl team. And the problem is what you need to beat Kansas City is a running game, don't have it. And what you need to beat Tennessee is the ability to tackle the best running back in football, and now you don't have it. Devin Bush out earlier this year, Bud Dupree out now. every bit of this skepticism on the Steelers is completely earned. All right, as Joy said, interesting NBA day. So these two players I've been critical of, Russell Westbrook and John Wall, for different reasons. Yesterday, they got traded for one another. I don't care about the first-round draft pick. NBA is a developmental draft pick. Houston will sell that pick off to somebody else. I think many people believe, hey, bad contracts,